Hello, Internet. This is Learning Rust with Kait and Sean, and we are brought to you by LaCroix.
Apricot and
Yeah.
lime.
How have you been the past couple weeks?
I've been doing well, yeah. Been doing a lot of performing with my quartet and just home improvements, that sort of thing. How about you?
Uh-huh. I think I've been probably less productive than that. I went back to California to visit my family. For the first week, I was down in Orange County to visit my little sister, and then I road tripped up with my mom up to Fairfield to visit some other extended family members. And I came back with some cool high school swag. So I've got this cross
Nice.
country shirt.
Looking good?
Yeah, it's like amazingly like not stained and stuff for being kind of a workout shirt. So I guess I didn't work too hard, coach. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, since I've been back, I've kind of realized like I've got a little bit of vacation brain going on.
Yeah, it's
And
been a while since we've worked together on some of this
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
so
So I was thinking it'd be really good for us to take a tactical pause before pushing on to the collections chapter to just kind of get some practice in and review some of the concepts we've hit before.
I think that's a great idea.
So what do you got up on your screen? What's Rustlings?
So, Rustlings is a project that includes a bunch of different exercises and tests for you to run your code against. So, each small exercise gets progressively harder. The exercises basically give you a bunch of compiler errors, and then you have to slowly fix each one and make the test pass. So, it seems like a nice way to kind of review the basics that we've learned so far.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. It sounds like a perfect thing for us right now.
Yeah.
And I love that GIF also. That's
I
amazing.
know. It's classic.
I went
Classic.
tide pooling in Orange County, and I'm pretty sure I'd be kicked out if I touched a crab.
Yeah.
I think that breaks some rules or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
protect the wildlife. Maybe because you're a rustacean, you'd get a pass. I don't know.
Maybe. Nice try. So I guess if there's a bunch of challenges here, maybe we can just alternate between the problems,
Sounds good.
and that way we've got a 50-50 shot of whoever gets the really tough ones.
Sure. All right. So we've already cloned the repo. It looks like the first problem has to do with variables. Oh, and look, they give you some hints. Well,
Oh,
we won't look.
wait, no,
but-
don't scroll. Don't scroll. I think that's a spoiler. Okay, cool. Okay. So we have some sort of declaration stuff going on. We're just trying to print it out.
Yeah,
Can I make an attempt here?
sure. And can you tell me what you have running in the console?
What I have running in the console. So this is this is the Rustlings binary, and by running Rustlings watch, it's kind of like a test runner in watch mode, basically.
Cool.
And it will either, yeah, present the compiler errors or the test errors, depending.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So clearly, like looking at this first error, line 5, not found in the scope. Okay. So it's looking for that being declared. So that's making me think that this declaration isn't quite good. And I guess that might be because we're missing like a keyword. What do you think about that?
That makes sense to me. It can't find the variable in scope because it was never declared, so that checks out to me.
Okay, and now we're getting a expected colon, which looks like a typing thing, and I forget.
Think TypeScript.
Well, yeah, type annotation, but that's optional, right? Type inference. Okay, so I don't know, int 8 or something. Or no, I8, U8, what is it?
I8. It's I8, yeah.
I8. And I think that's it. Okay, so now into variables 2.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay.
Let's open up variables 2. Okay. All right, so the error is cannot infer type. Consider giving X a type. Well, I will consider that. Interesting. Use of possibly uninitialized variable X. Possibly? Is a weird compiler error.
It looks pretty definitely uninitialized.
So we could do something like that.
And we're on to variable 3. You did it! Yeah!
Nice.
Okay, we're on a roll here. Okay, variables 3. Okay, we're declaring something. We are redeclaring it. And cannot assign twice to an immutable variable. I think I know this one. Let's see, is it this?
Nice, we're on to 4. I want more fanfare when we get it right, though.
Dun da da da.
Yeah, we need sound effects. Okay. So, use of possibly uninitialized variable again. Yeah, again, definitely uninitialized.
Yep. These are just the warm-ups, though. It's gonna come fast and furious later.
Yeah, I can imagine. Okay. I think that's all of the whole variables directory.
Oh boy, so we are on to control flow now?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna embarrass myself, I think. All right, so if...
All right, let me just pull up if. All right.
And we just have one of these. Okay, so let me see what's going on. We have a function bigger, takes 2 parameters A and B, and it returns, I would assume, the bigger of the 2. Complete this function to return the bigger number. So I guess implement that.
Okay. Okay, and we can't use the return keyword, we can't create another function, and we can't create any additional variables.
Okay, so if we don't use return, I know that there's an implicit return with the last expression in the block.
See, you remember stuff.
Kinda. I don't remember what a ternary looks like. 'Cause
Neither do I.
yeah, this feels like a one-liner ternary type thing.
All right, I can look it up. Ternaries in Rust. I'm pretty sure they don't have that.
They don't have that.
There's no ternaries in Rust, but this is
no.
if. The name of the folder is if, so I feel like we should probably use.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's a good thought, Navigator. Okay. So I guess I will use like an if else. But let me think about that then. Do not use return. Do not use another function call, and do not use additional variables. Okay. I'm not totally sure how I'm going to do this. So if I were to do if A is larger than B, is that right? Is my syntax right there?
Yeah.
Okay. And if I were to do that, I would do like a return here, right?
I think you can do an implicit return there and afterwards. So yeah, you can just say A there, and then on line 12, do a new line and just write B.
Like that?
Yeah. It looks bad, but I feel like...
Wait, wouldn't B always get returned then?
Not if A was greater. Because they would exit on line 11, right?
Not totally sure. Let me see what's going on with the types here. So okay, mismatched types on 11. Expected an empty tuple found I32.
But I'm confused because our return type is I32.
I think it. I bet it has to do with this block here.
What happens if we just return B?
Yeah, that's a good thought. Okay, so we fail a test,
Okay.
but we compile.
Okay. I wonder if we add an else. Would that matter? That doesn't seem like the error, though.
Yeah. So if I were able to use a return,
If expressions without else of value to an empty tuple. So we do need the else. That's very,
Okay.
very weird. I don't know why that's...
Interesting.
Okay, that was it.
That was it?
Yep.
Well, that was a fun one.
Yeah.
I felt
That's-
thoroughly embarrassed. I'm gonna drink my LaCroix in shame.
You shouldn't be embarrassed. That's kind of strange. I wonder why it returns a tuple if you don't use an else. An empty tuple. I don't get it.
So it makes me wonder, do people like do this?
I don't know.
The world may never know. Okay. You ready for the next one?
All right. Functions 1. Okay. Okay. Not found in this scope. So I suppose that I should create a function called call me.
Seems like a good guess.
I'm gonna do it below.
If we were live coding on TikTok, we'd change it to call me maybe, and we'd both be lip syncing or something while doing this.
Classic.
Classic.
Oh, I should add a return type. Oh no, well, I technically passed this one, but... And I don't need a return type because I'm not returning anything. So it looks like we're on to functions 2.
Okay. Main, call me, passing in a 3. And we are wanting to use that to enumerate over a range and call this print line a certain number of times. Okay, expected. So it looks like we're missing a type here.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did it.
You did. Successfully compiled.
Golf clap.
All right. Number 3. Okay. This function takes 1 parameter, but 0 parameters were supplied. I guess
Go for
I'll
it.
just
Go
give
for
it a number. Is that really it? I guess it was. I feel like I keep getting the softballs.
Yeah, maybe the cross-country shirt's unlucky.
Yeah. Okay. Number 4.
Okay. Okay, let's see. This store is having a sale where if the price is an even number, you get 10 money units off. But if it's an odd number, it's 3 money units less. We get a story. Money units. Okay. Original price is 51. Print line, your sale price is, okay, then we're passing it in here. Sale price. Okay, so we've taken the price, we're passing it to another thing, if even, return the difference of those two, otherwise return the difference of those two. So this all looks good so far, I think. And this looks good. So what's the problem? Expected type found. Oh, there's a syntax issue. Maybe.
All right. Cool. Number 5.
All right, you're up.
Okay. This function's body doesn't return. Okay, and looks like it's using a semicolon, which means it's a statement, and if I believe it won't return if it's a statement, so, and of course we have a very helpful compiler message there. Okay, looks like that fixed it. We're on to test 1. Oh, okay, this is
I get
like...
another story. Mary is buying apples. 1 apple usually costs $2. But if you buy more than 40 at once, each apple only costs $1. Write a function that calculates the price of an order of apples given the order amount. No hints this time. Okay. All right, so looking at the test, I have to write a calculate price function, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fn. Calculate price. And we are taking in num apples. And we are returning the cost, which would be, okay, so let's just say also U32 because we don't have tax in this marvelous universe. Okay. How's that look so far, Kate?
Looking good.
Okay. All right, so if num apples is more than 40 at once, greater than 40, then we return, because each costs 1, we just return num apples. Else we return num apples times 2, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Cool.
All right. You're
Great
up.
job. Okay, so next one is primitive types 1. Okay. Fill in the rest of the line that has code missing. Expected pattern found keyword if. Oh, okay. We're talking about line 13. Okay, if is morning is true, then print good morning. If is evening is true, print this good evening. So let's make is evening false.
Oh, I do think you're getting the easy ones.
I
What
know.
the heck? Okay, primitive types 2. Okay, cool. Fill in the rest of the line that is code missing. No hints. There's no tricks. Just get used to typing these. Okay.
I respect that.
I respect that. Okay, so this is like the code example. And finish this line like the example. Okay, so the example has a single character, and we know it's a single character because of the single quotes.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's calling a method off the single character is alphabetic.
So
Okay.
the character type implements these methods.
I believe so. Looks like it.
Okay.
Is alphabetic or is numeric or neither? Okay. Finish this line like the example.
Ooh, you should do neither. What would that look like?
Yeah, I'm going to do an emoji. Your character is equal to.
Okay, what's your favorite emoji? Moment of truth.
Uh-oh. That looks like it might be a problematic one.
It's too fancy. Is that
Let's
a
go with-
merman?
It is a merman.
I didn't even know about that one.
It was the first unfamiliar one that I saw, so it's probably part of the new standard. Okay, so then I need to end. Character literal. Uh-oh, it's got multiple code points. That's no good. All right, I got to do something basic then.
Would any emoji work? Or is that just a particularly crazy one?
Maybe none of them will. Maybe it's a trick question. Like if I were to do...
Cool.
Wait, that one worked, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
the merman one must have had like it. I remember in the collections chapter they talked about how some characters don't necessarily map to what we think of as a character, like
Yeah.
the Unicode scalar values or whatever they're called. They don't map one to one with.
Yeah, I think like newer emojis, they are... I mean, so like, you know how the newer standard, you can have different skin tones and you can have different genders?
Yeah.
I think those are like compound. Like you kind of append like that male or female symbol and then some sort of
Right.
skin tone type information, and then it renders it out. So I guess maybe these like Simpsons looking yellow ones, which are like the original ones.
Right.
They're just basic and one character
Yeah.
point or whatever.
Okay, cool. On to number 3. Okay. Create an array with at least 100 elements in it where the question mark is. Okay.
Typing practice.
So, arrays.
How about try one of 3 things in it?
All right. So, okay.
Oh, but you didn't type in 100 things.
Is there a shortcut? Can I do something like that? Oh, sorry. That worked, but I don't know what it printed out. Is there a way we can actually see the print to the console without it getting swallowed? I don't know.
I'm not familiar. I don't know. But I trust you solved it, Kait.
I mean, I made it pass, but I'm curious. Okay. Want to do number 4?
Yeah. Okay. Get a slice out of array A, where the triple question mark is, so that the if statement returns true. Scroll down for hints. Okay, so we have an array with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want a slice. And nice slice just wants these middle ones. Okay. I don't quite remember the syntax, but I'm going to fake it. Let's see.
I think I just did the syntax.
Right. Yeah, so I think it's probably like inclusive, and then the second's exclusive. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. The size for values of type integer cannot be known at compile time.
Why is that? Because we're giving it like hard-coded values, so shouldn't it know?
Consider
Oh.
borrowing here. Is that it?
Is it not inferring the type? Or so that made it pass, but I'm kind of curious why that's the case. I think I'm forgetting some things about slices.
Yeah.
Let me look
Can we
it
pull up? Can we pull up some docs or something just to review them?
Yeah, I've got something here. Slices are similar to arrays, but their size is not known at compile time. Instead, a slice is a 2-word object. The first word is a pointer to the data, and the second word is the length of the slice. I still don't quite understand why their size is not known at compile time. Do you?
Yeah, so the pointer points to the start. And the second word is the length. So that sounds kind of like a C array. Mm-hmm. And so I guess there's no guarantee that the slice might overrun the thing we're taking a slice of.
Right. So you could ask for some memory that's out of bounds, essentially.
Yeah, I'm curious what happens if I change 1.4 to 1.40.
Yeah, let's try it.
All right. And it's still compiled.
Well, to get rid of the borrowing, I guess. Or, well, then it would definitely fail.
Yeah. And then let's look at what that error was again. The size cannot be known at compile time.
Okay, well, I think we both should probably do some reading on slices again.
All right, let's both go do graduate computer science work and then come back and revisit this.
You can handle that. You're already doing that, right?
I'm faking it. Cool. Okay. Shall we move on to the next one?
Okay, this is some cat content. Okay, so I need to destructure the cat tuple so that the print line will work. So sorry, another softball.
Man. You're too quick. You got to make it look harder.
So I am destructuring and assigning the values of the tuple to these variables name and age. That's basically the gist of it.
All right, I guess that's acceptable. Okay. Primitive types 6. Okay. Use a tuple index to access the second element of numbers. Okay, you can put this right into the print line macro call where the triple question mark is. Okay, so I believe maybe.
Nice. On to Structs.
Yep.
Okay, address all the to-dos and make the test pass.
You finally got a hard one.
Yeah, all right. So we have a color classic struct, a color tuple struct. Okay, instantiate a classic C struct. Okay, so it looks like the struct has a name and a hex value. And then I believe we give this a type, right? Here. So I don't quite remember the syntax here, but is it like new? Something like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see what happened there.
And I think you got to pass in the name and then the hex.
Right. This feels wrong. Okay. So many errors. Okay. All right. So it looks like the first error is that it expected a colon, which seems like needs a type. So name is a string. And then, well, they're both strings, right? Okay. Oh, or actually maybe I just need a semicolon. function or associated item not found. Yeah, so I'm not doing this right. I'm just gonna look up, I guess, what the syntax is for struct. Ah, okay. Okay.
Cool.
Interesting. Okay, expected a string, but it found a reference.
I think you need maybe string from.
I don't think I need that though. I think I'll change my struct to take a string reference instead. Doesn't like that either. Is it?
Darn those lifetime parameters. We still haven't covered that.
Yeah. Okay. Did that work? I think I'm on to new errors now. No.
I guess the bottom error is line 5.
Yeah. Okay. I would have thought this would work. Okay.
The easy way is probably doing that capital S string, but
okay. So I'll string.
strong.
Okay, I'll change it back to string, and then I'll do a string from here. Although I would like to know how to do it with a reference. Okay, cool. So this first test passed. Good refresher on structs. Okay, instantiate a tuple struct. Okay, I think I remember this a little bit. So you can kind of use some shorthand here.
Does that just mean a tuple?
I guess.
I think it does.
Okay.
Yeah, tuple structs which are named tuples. If you look at the README in that same directory, there's a link.
Nice. Okay. I guess I'm just confused though because they're using indexes here, so I don't really. I guess the names are the same as the other one.
Or it doesn't have labels, I don't think. So.
Oh, I have to fill this in.
So I think you have an issue with your struct definition.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
like
this should.
They should be types, I think.
Yeah. but I still think they should be named, right?
So, yeah, I'm looking at the example, and they're not named in here.
Okay.
And you initialize it a little bit differently using parentheses in the name of the struct.
I think I was thrown off by the using field initialization shorthand.
Oh, right.
So I think... Okay, so that was fine.
Okay, a unit struct.
So I need to move on to the next one. This is tricky to see. I see that I've actually fixed the error. Okay, so unit struct. All right, to do. Instantiate a unit struct. I have no idea what that is.
Maybe open that link in the README.
Okay, let's take a look. Okay, there are three types of structures. Unit structs, which are fieldless, are useful for generics. Okay. Okay, instantiate a unit struct here.
So the unit struct is the thing called nil with a capital N towards the top.
Okay. What is nil? Is that a type? Is that just a name?
It seems like we're doing some sort of meta programming here.
Okay.
So maybe try struct unit struct. Oh, did that already exist?
Yeah. So is it that?
I'm confused.
I guess that worked. I don't think we ever learned about unit structs.
So it said it was useful for generics, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we could pass in a unit struct inside those angle brace things with like a particular type or something.
Okay. But what would it do?
Fancy Rust stuff. I don't.
Okay, I'll add that to my list.
Yeah.
Don't quite get that yet. All right.
But good job with that. That was a tough one. Tests are important to ensure that your code does what you think it should do. Indeed. Tests can be run on this file with the following command. Okay. This test has a problem with it. Make the test compile. Make the test pass. Make the test fail.
Okay, so the compiler says Boolean expression required. Cool. Make it fail? Nice.
Oh, it failed. Cool. Okay, true. Yay.
All right, I'll take the next one.
Okay.
This test has a problem with it. Make the test compile. Okay. This looks... Okay, assert equals. I'm gonna pull up the docs for assert equals because I haven't done any testing, so.
Probably takes 2 things, I bet.
Probably. Okay. Here we go. Yes, you are correct. Takes 2 things. So let's say 2 equals 2 evaluates to true. Okay,
I feel like
so
that's
that
the worst possible use case of that.
Okay, well.
Can you do any other example? There we go. All right, sweet. And then failed.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, and I'll take test 3. This test isn't testing our function. Make it do that in such a way that the test passes. Then write a second test that tests whether we get the result we expect when we call is even 5. Scroll down for hints. Okay, so we are taking a 32-bit integer. We're checking if it's even, and then returning a Boolean. That looks good. Is test is true and even. Okay. And it wants me to write a second test that tests whether we get the result we expect when we call is even 5. Okay.
Very specific test.
It's very precise.
Nice.
Cool. Do you think I got it?
I do.
Okay.
All right.
We're learning like brand new stuff at this point.
Yeah, we are. It's good. Filling in some gaps, I think. Test 2. Okay. This is a test for the following sections. Tests. This test isn't testing our function. Make it do that in such a way that the test passes. Then write a second test that tests that we get the result we expect to get when we call times 2 with a negative number. Okay.
No hints. You can do this.
Thank you. Okay, so that works. So now I need to write a second test that tests that we get the result we call times 2 with negative number. Okay. So I'm gonna copy, or I'll write it out. Assert equals. Sorry, I can do math.
You can do math.
For times
What's 2 times negative 4, Kate?
Oh, we're doing times 2. Times 2. Okay.
There we go.
Okay, I think that works.
I notice you don't have a semicolon on 25. Uh-oh, strings. This might be a tough one since we were having issues with that before. All right, strings 1. Okay. Make me compile without changing the function signature. Scroll down for hints.
Yeah. That's our classic move, though.
Let's see. Let answer current favorite color. And current favorite color just returns blue. Let's see. It seems okay. My current favorite color. Okay. Mismatched types. Okay, so this is like the exact issue. So if I do your thing, consider giving it a static lifetime.
Or are you just doing this to test it out?
Yeah, I have no
Okay.
clue what a static lifetime is.
Okay.
And I typed it wrong. Expected type found keyword static.
I think you do that by and colon
And
or sorry
Col-
and single quote static.
single quote or backtick.
No, I think it's and then get rid of string. That looks very wrong.
This looks super wrong.
I don't get it.
Okay, so I can do my I don't know what I'm doing solution.
I think this is the solution they want.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, that's convenient.
Don't change the function signature. And yeah, passes.
Okay, let's scroll down to the hints then.
Okay.
Okay, currently returning a string slice with the static lifetime. Okay. We know this because the data of the string lives in our code itself. It doesn't come from a file or user input or another program, right? Because it's hard-coded in the source. So it will live as long as our program lives. But it is still a string slice. There is one way to create a string by converting a string slice covered in the strings chapter, and another way that uses the from trait. Okay, I think we got it.
Yep.
All right, strings 2.
Okay. Make me compile without changing the function signature. Okay, so the problem is that it expected a string reference, but it found a string slice.
Slice.
Okay.
So when I read without changing the function signature, that means don't change line 13, I think.
Yeah. So I can't change line 5 or line 13.
So it's like somehow you need to reverse the string from.
Okay. That worked.
Oh, it's easier than I was thinking. Really? That's it?
Yeah, so I'm borrowing it, and then, which means that it's just a reference to that place in memory.
Cool. Okay.
I think that, yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah. Okay. Test 3 in the parent directory. This is a test for the following sections. Strings. Okay. Here are a bunch of values. Some are strings, some are string slices. Your task is to call one of these two functions on each value depending on what you think the value is. That is, add either string slice or string before the parentheses on each line. If you're right, it will compile. Okay. Before the parentheses on each line, so like here.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay, I
So you have
see.
to guess what the types are.
I see. Red to string, I think that is, oh wait. So this first one is a string slice. The second one is a string. Because I think that to string is like the inverse of that string from thing, associated function. String from, that is a string. Rust is fun to own. Wait, I cheat. I can hover over it and
I
cheat.
cheated too, yeah.
I didn't mean to.
Well, I don't know what that method is, so I would have just looked it up.
Right.
To owned. But that makes sense because the string type has to be owned, right? Because it is dynamic.
And the static things are not owned then?
Right, because
They're in the code or something? They're hard-coded in the binary.
right.
Okay. Nice weather into. Doesn't that do, that's like a coercion type thing, right?
Yeah, I would guess string probably, but
Yeah, okay. Format, interpolation, station. I bet this is a string slice.
why?
Why? For some reason, because I assume this is like going to be printed out to standard out or something, I want to think it's a string slice. I'm not totally sure there. Okay, a reference to string. Ooh, this is a tricky one. Okay, so that is a string, and then we're doing a slice of that. So I'm going to say it's a string slice.
Yes, because as we just discovered, slices are references because they point to the actual starting and ending memory addresses.
Okay, hello there dot trim. This could go either way. Happy Monday to string. That makes me want to say string. Replace Monday with Tuesday. So I want to say string.
Probably, yeah.
That to string. And I want to say this because it does not have to string. String slice.
Cool. The only one I'm not, I feel like maybe not is 23, but let's see.
Okay, and I've been looking at the errors, but it's okay. So I got 23 wrong. So it's saying it's a string. then I got 2 lowercase, this one wrong.
Okay.
This stuff is tricky.
Yeah. So it's like some methods return string slices and some return strings. I mean, I feel like we'll just kind of learn that as we get more comfortable. I suppose 2 lowercase makes sense though, because you're modifying the contents of the array, right? Like those characters.
It just feels like the same as 25 to me.
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. I would expect that to be a string then, because you're like resizing the string.
Yeah. So like realistically, I would be hovering and using my VS Code IntelliSense.
Yeah.
And cool. That probably would be okay. Okay, cool. Modules.
All right. Modules. Sausage factory, really? Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Great.
I feel triggered.
Yeah, a little bit. Function makes sausage is private. Okay. I resent this exercise. Okay.
Oh wait, I get the delicious veggie snacks one now? Ooh, I wish it was LaCroix flavors.
I know.
Okay.
I think pear is a LaCroix flavor, right? Maybe?
Cucumber probably isn't, but it could be. It's kind of tricky, so...
Hey, look at that. That was right.
Oh, man. Good eye. Is it this, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Use self fruits pear as fruit. Yikes. Okay.
Can you mark... wait. Can you mark these use statements as public? That feels... That seems wrong.
I guess that's it.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
I feel
No.
like this...
Yeah.
Is this just aliasing, basically? I don't get what's happening in this code, really. Use
Yeah, I mean, so these are like nested modules,
pair.
right?
Yeah.
And so it's taking the...
So it's like pulling them up.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. Okay. Interesting.
Okay. How long have we been going, by the way?
We have been going for an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay. Should we do like one more and then stop or something?
Well, the next thing is macros.
Oh.
Which I don't... We can look at it.
Yeah, let's take a look.
I don't know. You're going to have to edit this week, so... Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know that. Okay.
I mean, I can guess. I can guess from the compiler error. But yeah, no, I don't know what's going on. I can't. Or oh, actually, wait. No, I did it.
You did it.
That was the next one. Okay, great. Wow.
Good job. Okay, so how do you feel about Rustlings? How'd it go today?
I like these. They're fun. Does this project correspond with the book we're doing at all, or is it, because I noticed it's referencing
Well, I know. Hold on. What's
This
the
book?
author's name? Carol. I've moved my book away from my desk, but one of the authors of the book is also a maintainer, or maybe the originator of this project.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So it seems like a lot of the readmes for the different sections reference the book.
I couldn't tell if it was the book we're doing or if it's a different Rustling book.
So I think when it's the
Yeah.
docs.rust-lang.org/book, it's the book we're using.
Okay. Cool.
But I guess there's some others, the little book of Rust macros.
Nice. Yeah. This was a good refresher for sure.
Yeah.
You also mentioned before we started recording Exorcism, which is a
Yeah.
tool that lets you kind of do little code exercises like this and get feedback from real people. So
In theory, I haven't tried any yet, but it looks like there's a series of something like 90, 96, 97 coding katas. And there are, I think, like 30 volunteers that grade submissions.
cool.
So whoever those people are that are giving random feedback to strangers are like angels, honestly.
Heroes. Seriously.
It's amazing.
It is.
Yeah. But yeah, I was thinking for when we're not meeting, going through Exorcism might be a good way for us to get a little bit more practice between videos.
For sure.
Yeah. And viewers out there, probably good idea for all of you folks too.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this is a lot of fun. I liked it.
Yeah.
There were definitely some things in there that we didn't quite cover in the book. I think some of that testing stuff, but we were able to figure it out.
Yeah.
So
Made a lot of sense. So
yeah, and that it kind of built more confidence about the compiler. Like I feel like when we pair program, it's like there's a third person mob programming with us, and it's
is.
the compiler team.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's true.
it's pretty cool. I hope you have a wonderful week then, Kate.
Yeah. You too.
And I guess next time we probably will go back to the book. We'll figure it out. But,
Yeah.
all right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.